your top 12 dancers. Let's go! Props to anyone who knows that song. Okay, so firstly, let me say how much I loved last week's group routine in the results show by Wade Robson. It was so good, and I needed to say that because it's probably one of my favorite group routines that I have seen throughout any of the seasons. It was so good, and if you didn't get a chance to watch it, look it up. Wade Robson, Top 14 Group Dance. It was so good. Okay, so each couple danced twice, and I'm gonna have to go through this as quickly as possible, so let me go right ahead. First up was Ellenore and Ryan, and they danced the Lindy Hop by Carla Heiney. And this was really, really fun routine. It made you want to like get into it. I thought it was pretty good for the most part. I mean, it was a good way to start off the show. I thought she did really good, and I thought he had great partnering skills. And for the most part, I thought it was pretty good. Their second routine, they had Broadway by Liff, and I thought they danced it the way it was supposed to be danced. And Ellenore always embraces characters, and she always goes that extra mile. I feel that she always embraces it and takes it that extra step. She's a great performer. I didn't enjoy this routine as much as I would have liked to because I'm just not a Broadway fan. I don't know how many times I have to say that. I just don't like it as much. I kind of find it, it's just not my thing. But I thought they danced it pretty well, and I hope they're safe because they're, again, one of my favorite couples, so well done, you guys. Kathryn and Legacy were next, and they danced a jazz routine by Sonya. I really, really like this routine. I almost always like Sonya's music choices, and I thought this routine, I liked this one probably my favorite of the night. She was really good in this routine, and he was really good. Like, there were so many good things in this routine, and they performed it really well, and I almost forgot. I was just so involved in the routine, like I didn't want to take my eyes off it, because I have a notepad, but I wasn't taking any notes in this one because I was just really into this routine, and again, probably my favorite of the night. Their second routine was Viennese Waltz by Jean-Marc and his wife. And I thought her dress actually looked a lot like Kayla's from her Viennese Waltz from last season with Capono. I don't know if you guys remember, but I definitely remembered and was like, did they just reuse it? I don't know. But I thought this dance was okay. I didn't think there was much wrong with it. The judges noticed it. I didn't really notice it. I thought it was really fast-paced for Viennese Waltz. Like, it was moving really fast. Maybe that's because they were hopping more. I don't know. I enjoyed it for the most part. I really like them, and I hope they stay. Karen and Victor were next, and they danced a tango and a hip-hop. I really enjoyed the tango. Like, I really enjoyed it. The music was so intricate and really brought me in. It was another one of those routines that I really was focused on. And I couldn't really critique this one either because I really like tango. And last week, I said that I didn't know whether or not Victor can pull it off. And he pulled it off very well. And Karen was really focused too. This routine was very, very good. Their hip-hop, I agree completely with the judges on the hip-hop. Nothing to latch on. Nothing. It was just not very memorable. The music was kind of off, and I felt she did better than he did in that routine. He was kind of soft-hitting where she was hard-hitting, and it looked like the routine needed to be hard-hitting. And he was kind of falling short for me in the hip-hop. In the tango, they did really good. Mixed reviews. Mollee and Nathan were next. They danced hip-hop, and it was about, they were Alexander Graham Bell, and they invented the telephone, and da-da-da. I thought this routine was good, but just good. I thought he outdanced her in this routine. She kind of didn't hit it as hard as he did. And again, I also find that their level of dance is good. Like, they're both good individual dancers, but together you kind of see their weaknesses. And I agree with the judges when they say that they would like to see them broken up. I don't know whether or not they're going to last. I was honestly thinking hard about who is going to be in the bottom and who is going to be let go. I don't see any other couple. I don't know. I feel like everyone else is so good. The level of dance in this season is really high, so I really don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. But yeah, I thought this dance was just okay. Then they had a SYTYCD dance first, and it was a can-can choreographed by Tyce, DiOrio, and it was entertaining, Like, it was completely entertaining. I'm sure everybody was at least entertained by this. You didn't want to take your eyes off this. It was just fun. And the music was really uplifting, and like you just wanted to clap your hands or something. But yeah, it was good, and I don't know. It was kind of an odd dance. I don't think they're ever gonna do the can again, because I mean, there's only one song I think you can even do the can to, and they already did it. So it's been done now. Can't move away. Noelle and Russell were next, and they danced to Samba by Melanie and Tony, and it was okay. I thought they danced it well. Actually, I thought they danced it sufficient, but it wasn't above and beyond like we want to see. And I kind of felt like she was just nice. I really like her, though. I really like them as a couple. I find them really humble and genuine. And although I didn't find this their strongest piece, I still want them to move on. But their contemporary, the one that they had next, was really good. And I mean, he's a krump dancer, and he has had no training whatsoever. And he had these great turns and these great lines, and it was just like, where did he get those? Like, the contemporary routine was phenomenal. It was so good, that routine. And again, their samba wasn't bad, but it wasn't spectacular, and it didn't like, you don't want to watch the samba again after you've seen so many great routines this episode. This episode was so good. But yeah, samba, meh. Contemporary, fantastic. Ashleigh and Jakob finished the night with a lyrical jazz routine by Sonya, and they had this strange music choice at the beginning. I don't know if any of you were kind of like, I was definitely like, where is this going? It was like, ooh, 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 ooh. I was like, but it was way higher pitched. I'm like, at first I was kind of distracted by the music. The music choice is so important. But then I kind of enjoyed it a little bit, and then I was starting to say, okay, I kind of like this, and their dancing was so spot on. It was just so great. They did so good in this routine. I really liked the lyrical jazz. And then they had a cha-cha by Jean-Marc for the last performance of the night, and that routine actually just embodied it. It was just like, it was so good to finally see her actually do what she is good at. And you you forgot how good she is because we haven't seen it in so long. And she is just, like, I couldn't take my eyes off her. It was just like, she had all these things. It came like naturally, like it was just happening. And like, it was just like, it was her. It didn't even look like she was trying. And he did really, I mean, they're both together. They're both like the best combination. And again, I really like them. I don't know who I would send home. I think maybe Victor, maybe Mollee. I don't know. I really don't know. It's anybody's game. They had everybody had a great dance today, and it just shows how much they want it. I mean, Legacy even cried. He cries all the time, but you know, like, it just shows how much they want it. So I will be back next week. Leave a comment to tell me how you think, if you disagree or you agree, or I read everything. And subscribe if you have a YouTube account. And just keep on watching, because if nobody's watching, what's the point? Yeah, so I think that's it. Later.